I would have liked to have started this homily by singing for you, "I'll Be Home for Christmas," but I forego that for two reasons. First of all, this is a joyful liturgy, not a penitential one. And the second reading, which is probably more cogent, is that many of us will not be going home for Christmas this year because we don't want to put in danger our loved ones or because we want to preserve our own health. A lot of people will not be going home for Christmas this time. There are 4 Masses, as you know, to celebrate Christmas Day. There is a Mass for last evening, the first Mass of Christmas. There's a different Mass for midnight, one for dawn, and one for celebrating during the day. And each one of these Masses has different readings and different prayers to bring out all that this great festival of Christmas means to us. Whether we get home for Christmas or not, Christmas reminds us and causes us to be filled with joy because God has come to take us home. We have been made the children of God because Christ has been made our brother in the human family. Indeed, Christ has become part of the creation that he was involved in. For as John tells us in the final Mass of Christmas Day, Christ was there in the beginning and brought all things into existence. Christ is our sibling. We are his brothers and sisters in the human family. Children grow up imitating their parents. Jesus did the same. I'm sure he showed in his way of life, in his manner of speech, what Mary and Joseph were like. But he also showed in a very exemplary way what his eternal Father was like. For God made himself known through the person of Jesus of Nazareth, whom we call the Anointed One, the Christ, the Messiah. In a sense, Jesus has the DNA of his Father. And because we are his siblings, we also have the same DNA. Perhaps not in the same manner, but we are all the children of God because Christ has become one of us. And like Christ, as we grow up, we need to show where we came from. We need to show the DNA that is in us of the living and creating God. And that is why on this day of Christmas, when we celebrate Christ's birth, we are filled with joy, because it isn't just what happened to him, but it is what happened to us on the day of his birth. We became his siblings. He became our brother. So joy comes with knowing who we are. Joy also comes when we give. We give gifts at Christmas and it fills us with joy. And none of the liturgies of this day talk about sin or shame or retribution or failure. They're all about new life, a life which has been gifted to us by God through Jesus of Nazareth. We may not be able to go home for Christmas, but my friends, we are already home. God has made his home with us so that we can be at home with him, our Father, our parent, as well as our Lord.